Oh, birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Hi, I'm Maurice Tanny, and this is another episode of Acoustic Guitar's Campfire Songs, a series where we take a classic, familiar song and work out a simple single guitar arrangement suitable for a beginner to tackle or a more advanced player to use as a starting point for a fresh look at an old song. This time we have a fun, slightly sexy, slightly silly song. Let's Do It, Let's Fall in Love was written in 1928 by Cole Porter for his musical Paris. The phrase, let's do it, is an obviously sexual euphemism, but as tame as it may seem now, it was a bit edgy back in the day. Combined with the mildly suggestive, bordering on absurd lyrics, the song was a light-hearted mashup of clever wordplay and double entendre. It's also one of those songs that has lent itself to additional topical verses over the years. A quick search will probably unearth a dozen beyond the set that I'm going to be using here. Let's Do It has been done in a wide variety of styles, generally reflecting the era in which it was recorded. Ragtime, big band, cool jazz, every pop style. Joan Jett and Paul Westerberg did a punk rock version in the movie Tank Girl. Musically, I consider this song moderately sophisticated, so I've chosen a key that takes as much advantage as possible of easy open chording. Some of the chords may sound fancy to newer players, but the majority of them are pretty easy to play. So we're going to take this at an easy tempo. As you get comfortable, feel free to pick up the speed, but personally, I like the song at a moderate, deliberate pace. For the right hand, I'm using a fingerstyle pattern similar to stride piano style, alternating a bass note with 3-note clusters, mostly on the middle strings, using my thumb, first and middle fingers. This stride pattern also makes the few bar chords in the arrangement a bit easier to play cleanly compared to strumming with a flat pick. With that in mind, note that I'm not using all of the available notes on any given chord voicing. It's generally just that bass note alternating with the cluster of 3. So let's run through the chords. So this song is based on the pretty standard AABA format. And we're going to start off with an augmented 5 chord that sets up a momentary bit of tension before we start in on the verse. And so since we're in the key of F, this is going to be a C augmented chord. And then we're into the verse. So I'm going to play a little bit of it, and then I'll just show you what the chords are as we go through it. First few bars. Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. So that's an F6,
an F sharp diminished 7,
a G minor 7, a C9, back to that F6, and this is an F with an A in the bass. A B flat 6, and then a B flat minor 7. Then the second part of the A section runs, let's do it, let's fall in love. And that's the same 4 chords done twice. It's an A minor 7, a D9, a G minor 7, and a C9. And then we use those same 4 chords for a turnaround. Now the next A section that we go through is exactly the same thing, except at the very end, those last 4 chords, we use a different turnaround, which will take us into the bridge. And those 4 chords are F6, B flat minor 6, an F6, and then an A7 augmented. And that gets us into the B section. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it, not to mention the Finns. So that first half of the B section goes D minor 7, a G minor 7 to a C9, then a F major 7, a C minor 7 to a F7. And then the second half of the B section starts with a B flat major 7. Folks in old Siam do it. That's B flat major 7, B flat minor 7, and then E flat 7, and then we have a stop. This is an A flat 6. I'm only using 3 notes to form this chord. Think of Siamese twins. That's G minor 7 to a C9. Then we're back to the same A section again, only this time the turnaround at the end uses an F6 to a B flat minor 6, which is what we did in the leading into the bridge, going back to that F6. But instead of using that A7 augmented to get into the bridge, we're going to use that very first chord we used, the C augmented, that will get us back into the top of the whole form. So let's play the song. Oh, birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. In Spain the best upper sets do it, Lithuanians, and let's do it, let's do it, let's fall in love. The Dutch in old Amsterdam do it, not to mention the Finns. Folks in Siam do it. Think of Siamese twins, some Argentines without means do it. They say in Boston even beans do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Romantic sponges, they say, do it. Oysters down in Oyster Bay do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Cold Cape Cod clams against their wish do it. Even lazy jellyfish do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Electric eels, I might add, do it. Though it shocks them, I know. Why ask if shad do it? Waiter, bring me shad roe in shallow shoals. English souls do it. Goldfish in the privacy of bowls do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Oh, birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love.